extra! Feels like it's a long time coming. Alright, let's finish up this series, and then I'll figure out what I'm gonna do next. I'm thinking maybe I should just run through Fate Triple C, maybe. Alright, let's see what Umu has to say. Mission boss. And then we're gonna fight the final boss, and the boss after the final boss. Time has come to leave the Seraph and head to the core of the Moon Cell. I shall miss this place, even this room, but it can't be helped. Life is a series of hellos and goodbyes. I recommend you make your final goodbyes now. Final goodbyes, eh? Don't think any of the NPCs are here anymore. They are no longer needed. Your fight's over? I see, so it's to be an exchange of info. Aren't you the perceptive one? Alteration. In the end, this was as strong as Umu ever got. Of course, when I'm fighting the bonus boss, I'll be loading up one of my own saves where Umu is not nearly like this one. That Umu is much stronger. Because I put her, she has a triple BC. Yes, I said goodbye to him before. And then off to the Ring of Fire we go. I think I'm strong enough to beat the final boss, so I'll just get to it and then move on to the real boss. Any extra stuff? That's what I thought. Yeah. Congratulations, Blue! It made me very happy to see you that you kept coming to see me throughout the Holy Grail War, even if I didn't have much of a presence in the game. But if that's the role the Moon Cell wished for me, it would be silly to complain. Hahaha. We're alright. My parting gift to you will be a lunch, huh? Please don't make that face. I haven't put anything strange into it. Alright then. I wish you the best of luck. Am I done now? Aw, Sakura. And oh no! I sense discontent. That scares me. You don't get to keep any of the... Supreme Lunch. Jesus. Alright, I am overstocked to fight the final boss. Like, my god. I am prepared to be dumb. This won't even be much of a fight. Well, let's go. We've come this far. Let's see to the end. She seems to see no problem coming with me. I'm not going to object since she's good to have along. Open the last door. The entrance to the battlegrounds is still the same dreary elevator. This same elevator travels to the arena, but the display indicates a much greater depth. Once I'm inside, the doors close heavily and the rectangular box begins to move. I want to say Fate Extra is really unbalanced near the end because they really overstock you on elixirs. Like, my god. I think I have 6 or 7 in stock. And just as the game began with this road, it will end this way. Some odd visuals. The double helix, the moon. Circuits. Space. Ah, this music. We will be fighting quite the boss. Come to think. Each of our battles have been quite valuable. Even though we faced 7 foes, and our opponents were all heroes taken from human history. They were all special in their own kind of way. With me and your companion, they obviously never stood a chance. Thinking how inexperienced you were before brings a smile to my face. That innocent little chick has grown considerably since then. In the past, I only cared about myself and gave little thought to others. And in my attempts to lead, I've made mistakes and destroyed many lives. But now, I'm truly content. I am no longer ashamed to be your servant. You truly are a remarkable master. There's one thing I find perplexing. Your lack of desire. You claim to have no wish for the Holy Grail. I think that's a grave mistake. Look at this. Nutty visual. I remember being like just, regardless of whatever your wish, man. You do well to follow my example. Even now, I enjoy life to its fullest. I get a great deal of pleasure upon looking upon your smiling face. Aww. That is how much I enjoy the battles we have shared. For me, who's never been loved, our time together has been precious. It is truly wonderful to be foremost in the thoughts of another. You who mean the world to me, let us go. May you defeat all who oppose you. For that reason, I will temper you by subjecting you to endless torture. Umu, that's a rather dark twist you took in the end, but I like it, I suppose. Ooh. Let us go off to the moon. Ah, I love the visual of that. And then this room, the moon cell room. My. And is that a person I spy? It's an incredibly vast room. Actually, a space so cavernous it could hardly be called a room. It's also strangely barren, save for the alien object that dominates the center of the space. It resembles a giant floating eye. Although it doesn't seem threatening, it's also disconcerting. It is still somewhat disconcerting. It is the artifact of an ancient civilization. The reason for its creation is beyond human comprehension. The moon cell and the base of Seraph, the holy grail of the seventh heavens, responsible for creating the seven seas. In the space where the holy grail is enshrined, I can feel a sense of discord and dissonance. In front of the holy grail is a jumble of skewed stone pillars, which only adds to the tumultuous atmosphere. On top of the pile of stone sits a lone figure of a man. He looks to be late 20s at most. His expression is blank enough to be completely unmemorable, but as an NPC doesn't need to make an...
Yeah.
Hey, Blue. Been waiting for you. Congratulations, by the way. You have won the Holy Grail War. I would love to have a celebration in your honor, but unfortunately this place does not allow for that sort of thing. While it may not be worth what you had to do to survive this far, you'll have to make do with my applause. But allow me to say this, I approve, praise, and am proud of you more than I've been of anyone else. Throughout the numerous repetitions of the Holy Grail War, you are, by far, the most extraordinary master. While he seems friendly, there is something more dangerous about him than any of my other opponents. It's a feeling of nothingness. There is something very strange about the man in front of me. There's someone else here. That man has a servant with him. At the same time he mentioned the servant, I could feel Ren's tense up as she shoots a glare in his direction. Watch out, Blue! This guy isn't an NPC! He's a master! But why would there be a master here? The whole war is over and the only master left standing should be you! Well, to be absolutely accurate, I could just as easily say that you're a master who shouldn't be here too. How can a master who was defeated still be alive and present in this place? I must look into this later. Well, that's an issue for another day. At least one rule will still be enforced. Only one master may leave. Unfortunately, you are the one who will disappear. I advise you to enjoy what little time you have left. Now that that's settled, I'm pretty sure you have the question on your mind is, what are you, right? A pertinent question worthy of answer. Of course, I am both an NPC and a master. Hacks! To be accurate, I should say I was. You mean you became a master after you became an NPC? That's... She briefly glances my way, her eyes wide in shock. I suppose a more thorough explanation is necessary. The story's kinda long, but please bear with me. First of all, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Twice H. Peaceman, but please, just call me Twice. Twice? I thought you being a cyberghost was just an urban legend, but to think it's actually true. Yes, he gets referred to in the very, very big prologue of the game. Everything I learned about you paints you as a person who hated war and was dedicated to saving lives. This massacre, you of all people should detest this war, but considering how you are now, it's... So that's how history sees me. That I detested war. That part is definitely true. I hate war and will not tolerate its existence in any form, not even the hard way to exempt from this fact. However, the truth only scratches the surface of my beliefs. Much like the moon sail, it seems like a single well-known function has erroneously defined my true ideals. It began when I was a student and obsessed with the history of humanity. I will never forget the many shocking realizations I received during the course of my studies. The betrayals that make up history, compared with severe shell shock, gave him an abnormal hatred of war. Allow me to clarify. By him, I mean Twice Peaceman, and he was, in fact, incredibly ill. When he saw any image depicting war, he would overcome with overwhelming panic attacks. It was almost as if he would get severe heart palpitations and his blood pressure would skyrocket. From that day, he, meaning me, was consumed with an unease that became almost painful in its intensity. Even after becoming a scientist, he still risked death to save others because of that unbearable pain. That is the whole of it. What drove him during his time in the moral coil was not a sense of righteousness. What drove him was a simple question. Why was I the only one who seemed to hate war? As I said, Twice was ill. There was no reason for him to risk his life so foolishly on the battlefield. Why did I involve myself in war? Was it to understand it better? Especially considering the effect war had on me? Even while struggling with those questions, my mortal self still irrationally kept going into battle. And by the year 1999, a horrible neurological disease broke out in a city located in the Far East. Based on the available evidence, the cause was an outbreak of a biological weapon created by the terrorists. Twice was called to the city to treat the victims of the attack while he was caught in a major attack himself. According to the records made available to the public, the death toll was set at 5,000 people. The moon cell puts the real count at 8,200. As you can see, the government underreported the number a tad. I can see the exhaustion in his eyes. He seems to think his story is no more than an amusing antecedent. An anecdote. Although it's hard to tell if he's amused by the government's possible cunning or total incompetence. Anyways, that's when the person I was patterned after, died. Twice being ended up one of those 8,200. Something strange. I remember seeing the place he died as if I too was one of those many victims. I can recall the sight of buildings set aflame, but when I was Twice, it was a scene I had experienced before. It was then that the mortal Twice, the person I was, recaptured the repressed memories of his childhood. In the 1970s, there was a clash of ethnic groups arranged by major powers as a war by proxy. Twice was orphaned in the conflict. The place I remembered was hell. Everything around me was collapsing, so kinda like Emiya. Everything fell without a sense of morality and without any acknowledgement of the value of life. And there lies its brilliance. The young Twice must have concluded that life itself was truly a miracle. All that remained with that epiphany, as I already told you. Anyway, Twice was adopted and became a doctor. Even though I tried to forget the past, the one fundamental truth was forever burned into my soul. Twice despised war more, and it became his intent to kill war itself. I got involved in war in order to end it. However, at the core of my being wasn't a denial of the meaning of war. It wasn't that at all. Twice has seen many battlefields, the never-ending hell, the horrific evil perpetuated by humanity. A group of soldiers made to fight against an army many times their size, that was far more experienced and supplied. Forced to flee from guerrillas, a girl of 5 travels on foot through a jungle that few could hope to survive. Innocent victims of violence who rebuilt their village and their lives without help from anyone. I find that odd. Even though I hated war, I found a great deal of strength emerge from the conflicts I witnessed. Now as I think about it, the mortal me was the same. All of Twice's greatest works were born of war. The many revelations, the uncounted number of rescues, none of it would happen about the hell that is war. All the mortal me really did was bring back a number of things from the depths of hell. In the end, I was a victim of a terrorist attack, but as I died, it all came back to me. I saw the burning fields of my home and recalled the tenacity that helped me go on even as everyone else died. Yes, 3 seconds before my heart stopped, I finally received the answer to my question. It was never denial. What drove Twice repeatedly into hell was that I, who eventually fell victim to violence, could no longer consider war the ultimate folly of mankind. Nothing can be hidden from the moon cell. It records all it observes, including my final thoughts. As time went on, I was reborn as an NPC based on the record of my mortal life, just as any other NPC here. They may appear human, but they are nothing more than the puppets playing their assigned roles. I was the same, however. You managed to gain self-awareness, but how? And why? Maybe interacting with so many masters combined with my skills as a spirit hacker pushed me into consciousness. More likely it was just an anomaly born from a single near impossibility. How it happened, I cannot say. However, once I grew true consciousness, the only thing I could do was act as Twice Peaceman would. The dream I saw as I died, the idea that existed only in my mind, I exist now only to make it reality. So, what was the dream that the mortal Twice saw as he died? Endless war, of course. See, mankind engage in a grand war of mutual extinction, says the last statement in a matter-of-fact tone. There is no hint of insanity visible in his eyes. Naturally, and with obvious sincerity, he could utter such a statement of utter absolute madness. The future has been corrupted. That is the conclusion that I come to after studying the moon cell's records. Anyone with brain can see that the world is doomed. Mankind has long since passed its adolescent stage. Man was still maturing in the 1900s. A balance struck between penury and prosperity, but it didn't last. The golden age of immaturity ended, but the golden age that should have followed never occurred. You do realize this, right? What has happened to the planet and its people should never have to come to be. The spirit of mankind has stagnated, just as the world has. The future is rotting away like overripe fruit. When that fruit is at its best, it has fallen to the ground. That is not the way history should be. That's how Leo described the world, a place of peace, stupefying stagnation and entropy. But is war really the answer? Endless war is the only way to solve the problem of stagnation, evidently, because it's the most efficient way for mankind to progress. Stability and stasis only act to preserve a species. If the objective of modern man is to merely survival, then there is no reason for them to exist. In my previous life, a great deal of many lives and resources were consumed for the sake of convenience. Why? What was the need for such prosperity? Prosperity is just an illusion and exists for its own sake. I expect you to agree with me. Humans are capricious creatures that must feed on dreams to evolve. The preliminaries illustrate this truth. In an artificial peace, ignorant aggressors revel in idleness. Humans can only mature after breaking free from their idleness. That seems to be the case for you. And now, ideologies based on the treacherous of ignoble and forgotten pasts. That loss cannot be overcome. I cannot allow such ideas to be the foundation of the next epoch of human civilization. Don't you agree? The future isn't worth the suffering of the past. That will make man mere murderers. For humans who lived in distant past, the future is that man is now planning cannot be accepted. The future is that will be is a mistake. Humanity has not spent countless lives for the society that is to come. But we cannot reverse time. Since going back is impossible, there's no choice but to move forward. With that in mind, we will recreate the wars of the past and revise the history of the last 100 years. By having everyone fight in a war of survival, mankind's consciousness will be forced on the correct path. My wish is to become firm conviction. As the winner of the Holy Grail War, your existence is proof of that. Come again? Hold on a second. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Bryn looks at me with flames in her eyes as demanding an explanation, but I'm just as dark as she is. Originally, the Holy Grail War was a way for the Moon Cell to gather data. It didn't even have a name at first. The Moon Cell only wanted the best data samples. Having a war of survival was a good way to separate the cast. However, up until now, the Magi who come here made excuses for actions, but still killed, then fled. It's truly an atrocity, won't you say? Till I won, this world was buried under a mountain of corpses. After all, becoming an NPC, I get the luxury of continuing on, even if I die. I watched the fights as an NPC, and when I became conscious, I fought the battles of my own, weak as war was. After several dozen fights, I finally reached this elevated state. After that, my story becomes simpler. Manipulating the rules of this place, I created the Holy Grail War. A battle of survival, which only one person may emerge victorious. I remade the world into a place where the limits of human potential can be pushed beyond one's imagination. And then you appeared, the weakest master in the tournament. You managed to defeat the king of the world. You were totally unsuited for this ordeal in the beginning, just as I was. As the nameless figure drawn from the masses, you have become the one whose hands rest on the fate of the world. Your soul is tempered by crisis and conflict. Your new strength is a testament to the potential of man. When mankind reaches the heights you have, they will move forward, clearing a path for those yet to come. There is so much exposition. I get your gist. You want the world to have war because you think it's the best way for people to grow. God damn it. Now it's the time for you to claim the Grail for your own. You've earned the right to show the world the true path. Shout out that you all can hear you that war is necessary, that mankind can and must evolve quickly. Just input this one little phrase into the Moon Cell. Don't stop. After that, you can do whatever you wish. Whether you become king or god, it's up to you. You have my blessings as your choice and will bring endless war. The wounds suffered by humanity after losing countless lives into endless conflicts run deep. And if the only war for such suffering is stagnation, then humanity deserves to be cast into a new void. Some sacrifices cannot go unheeded. Mankind must be inflicted with wounds that they will never forget. I actually understand where you're coming from. As I remain paralyzed by doubt, Bryn begins to speak, her apparent calm belied by the heat in her eyes. Your story was quite interesting, but it left one question unanswered. It's about you winning the war in the past. You never once mentioned making a great wish on the Holy Grail. Why? Why have him make the wish for you? An excellent question. The answer is I can't. If I touched the Holy Grail, my wish would be rejected. According to the Moon Cell, my existence is considered nothing more than a irregular data stream. I can fool the low-level processes, but if I access the core, I'll be seen as an NPC and be immediately deleted. My victories will mean nothing. I need a legitimate master, someone who can make my wish a reality. Anonymous data will be deleted. What emotion dare words express? Her mumbling sounded very much like a dejected sigh. The girl beside me shut their eyes for a moment, then directed her gaze at twice as if to deny the obvious. That's why I stopped here. I've been waiting for years at the gate to the core, waiting for one I deem worthy. Upon reflection, I wasted a great deal of time. I was able to plant the seeds of wars on Earth from here by manipulating and manufacturing information, but it was a case of too little, too late, and my methods were too unreliable and on too small scale. Instances of terrorism and violence have skyrocketed recently, so you're the cause of it all. With full access to the Moon Cell's records and my ability to divine the future, I can bring about Armageddon. Of course, I don't simply wish for everyone to die, I simply wish to instigate a war that anyone can survive. You can see it through the gate. There lies the moon's core, an object made of the purest photonic crystal. The results of the simulations of the Earth's future run by the Moon Cells are stored as light within the core. The one who reaches the core has the right to choose from a course of the future, from infinite possibilities. I'm sure you understand now. Whoever claims the Moon Cell can manipulate reality as they see fit. This object, which envisions an infinite number of possible futures, can reshape the fabric of reality. Whatever he says is true, then the Holy Grail could accurately be considered the mind and will of God. Nothing is impossible. It's truly an object of unimaginable power and with infinite possibilities. Yes, you do understand. It has many other names. The Photonic Abyss, Angelica Cage. Take your pick. You have the right to claim as your own. Now please, proceed. Unleash the perfect storm onto the world to undo the lie of stability, rewrite history as I have said. Twice looks in my direction, an expression of earnest confidence reflecting on his face, almost as if he's sure that I share his belief that war is the answer. This man, while despising war and violence, could not ignore the immediate results that war brings. Let's suppose a comrade who gained strength through fighting much like I did clear the path for me. However, the dead only belong to the past. Only those I care about matter to me. I didn't come here to wish for death. I know that war is the answer. I can't honestly say he's wrong. I cannot accept Twice's view of the future, no matter how logical it seems on the surface. After speaking with Rin and Leo, after all the fighting, I realized even in the stagnant world there are always still those threats striving for change. The world belongs to the living. Mere shades of life like me and Twice have no right to the present or the future. You are a relic of the past, Twice, Peaceman. You have no right to decide the future of the limit. It's easy to pass judgment from afar, isolated from pain, but you are nothing but an echo of delusional malice. I'm well aware of that, but is it reasonable to think that a chunk of data is capable of malice? Twice mumbles to himself, either unaware of what Rin just said or proud of the fact in some way. To be honest, I do agree with you on several points. War is still a necessary evil. I do wonder, though, Price Peaceman, who are the people you would plan to save? If you plan on spending countless lives to fulfill a non-existent goal, then you'll become more than dead. You've forsaken the last vestiges of humanity and smeared in the depths of Cynthia, capable of only evil. Rin delivers that last out with a sardonic smirk. Oh yes, and about the school setting I used in the prelims, I have to say I really enjoyed my time there. Your conclusion overly sentimental, don't you think? I expect that, but still, give it a bit more thought. Servant, I would like to hear your thoughts on the matter. Do you think I am evil and should be eradicated? Don't be ridiculous. Good and evil, right and wrong, none of these things have any meaning. Those of any substance always move forward, even as they suffer consequences of their mistakes. Spilling the blood of others even as they shed their own, they prove their worth through their deeds. That is the way humanity has and always will be. It is utter stupidity to think that beauty only comes from a delusional sense of righteousness. Saber speaks to Twice in a normal, indifferent, slightly superior tone, but a slight edge starts to creep in. Good and evil are one and the same. It just depends on what side you stand on. Your ideals mean nothing to me. But I do have one question I wish to ask of you. You claim to have been here for a long time. There must have been others who've come before us. What happened to all the previous winners? Good question. Now that I think about it, there should be some sign of those who came before me. They were incapable of seeing my point of view, or more accurately, they didn't see the value of my dream. Twice looks meaningly at the pillars in the surrounding area. His answer couldn't be more clear. These are all graves. The pillars gathered here are their gravestones. I see. You will reward the victors not with garland, but with the poison chalice. That fact alone is enough to make you an enemy of mine. Saber draws her sword. Like her, I can't excuse his actions, even if it means becoming another stone pillar. I don't understand. Unlike any other human, you are the embodiment of everything I believe in. That might be seen the case, but even if we walk the same path, our feelings may be completely opposite. I must have died in the same incident that took Twice. However, I learned different lessons in my death. Sadly for you, you cannot escape. Only a single master may leave the moon cell once they made it here. Once the participants have been reduced to one, permission is granted to leave Seraph. That's the one thing I cannot change. The moon cell has made the rule a fundamental requirement for entry. In other words, there's still you and me. As long as both of us exist, neither can escape this place. So there's no path but the one that leads you to the Holy Grail. And given your capricious nature, I can't relax yet. There's no guarantee that your potential will shine through. The world has reached its limit as well. Soon it will be too late to overcome the stagnation of man. However, Twice is wrong. If the moon cell automatically erased irregular data, I cannot go inside, just like Twice. If I pass through the gate, I will be eliminated. And if Twice somehow wins, he will gain nothing. In the end, no one will win this fight. But even knowing that, I'll fight regardless. And now, I'm not big on brainwashing, as it can end in self-destruction, but your spirit might survive the process. Oh, this music! Oh, yes! Doesn't matter to me if you resist. If you want your wish to come true, you'll have to defeat me anyway. And such is destiny. In the end of things, this is their conclusion we arrive at. Now then, it's time to bring this chapter in the Holy Grail War to a close. To The victor goes to spoils. That's the way of humanity. Something that will never change. Oh, this song is so good. It is by fighting for one's life that person's spirit will grow and become stronger. I may be a malevolent force in regards to man, but life is an endless cycle that will never end. I've been bestowed this power, not to protect one person, but to preserve the whole. Look upon my works in despair, servant, for here comes my salvation. Straight from the Moon Cell's records. Come, legendary soul of salvation, the answer to all, the sole entity to escape the agony of existence. Ah, damn it, he's so damn cool. If it is for the purpose of creating, the path mankind will follow, with the Dharma, Mother, and thus to enlightenment, then I will come forth to grant salvation to all things and guide them to the might of my Vajira. Another calamity arises. This legendary soul might be too much for one such as I, who knows only anguish. What am I saying? I have you by my side. And I have someone to share my pain with. I know we shall both blossom. As long as you are with me, there is no servant more powerful than I. Enlightenment will not shield him. Right there. It's time to come for you to show the person that you are the one who's capable of defeating this person. You are not one to devote yourself wholly to violence, and, like the man before us, incomplete when alone. While some may consider your need to reach out to others a weakness, I consider it your great strength. Let us begin. It is only fitting that, in this final battle, you and I vanish our enemy together. The words of my servant serve to encourage me. Oh, you're so damn cool! God damn it! In the end, Twice was right about one thing. There are some things that conflict can help to grow, and the most important to me is the bond that exists between me and my servant. Regardless of the strength of the enemy or the consequences failure will have in the future, I will back down. I will face this one last battle with the one who's been from my side from the beginning. And it's goddamn Buddha. Sharingan! No! And a time limit too. How lovely! Servant Savior. Servant Savior. Look at this! This is such an awesome piece of imagery! God damn it! It's cool. Dancing flames, decaying earth, withering ocean. How do we begin? Let's see, what are my tools? I have 5 whole elixirs to burn. Oh, this is gonna be fun! Ooh. Sanyata? Oh, this is gonna hurt. first time limit has been set. Oh. Oh, he has a counter. And then he was guarding. Oh, okay, I see. Man had straight up punish. Oh, that's not good. That means he's gonna... He's throwing in some kind of punish. Huh. How am I supposed to win this? Yeah, I'm not gonna let myself get punished, so I'm gonna wait out his nonsense. What the hell? Skill seal? Ah, fug. Ah. Yeah, the second tick has arrived. And I got skill seal on me. Fug. That would be Sanyata. Here comes the stun. Okay, how long does the damn thing last? I should be able to survive a hit. Alright, well, let's do 700 damage. It did. Another skill seal. Oh, I'm running out of time, huh? Alright, skill seal. Fuck. Alright, let's see. What is this pattern? Am I gonna get bopped? Yes. Oh, I do not have enough time for this. Alright. Yeah, nope, it's time. Let's do this. Time to show you why Umu is the strongest. Umu, don't give a damn anymore. Claudius. It's freaking broken because it breaks. You cannot guard this. You might be able to deflect it, but you cannot guard it. Ah, he's gonna do a steel seal, huh? Alright. How do I want to play this? Why not? This is the power of elixirs! Ah, I got maybe one turn left before he bops me. What? I'm not saving it for anything. Let's do this. Just keep on attacking. He might have a counter, but I don't care. Yeah. And one more applause for the road, Umu. And that's how you yeet Buddha. I can hear the sounds of battle, and though I've been defeated many times, it's still painful all the same. But I have no regrets. Just as life is an endless cycle, war too will endure. You are proof of that. Twice, who still now holds tightly to his beliefs, slowly begins to fade away like all the others. But whether he's following his own rules or those of the Moon Cell, I cannot say for sure. Now, go and touch the Holy Grail. You'll come to understand many things once you do. Wantonly consuming lives, driving out of purpose, our future blossoms like a flower by the roadside. Whether that turns out to be right or wrong, I'd like for you to see and judge with your own eyes. If we were both truly righteous or not. But god damn, the background imagery is so good! And in an instant, I thought I saw someone that was truly him, but it might have been just an illusion. But any time to contemplate what was happening, Twice Peaceman passed it into oblivion. A servant too will soon join him in the void. Without exception, all life will perish. All living things are trapped in the cycle of suffering and death. The one who sought enlightenment through strength and perseverance still has an untainted soul. But there is more than one path. Just as good and evil have value, the beauty of the world will endure. King of blood-drenched battle, in Nirvana let us witness the end of the world, for there lies your salvation. With an expression much like its master's, the servant fades away like a flower losing its petals, the only person who has escaped the cycle of suffering, seen by some as a savior of the spirit of humanity. I see now. He did not support Twice's ideals. Instead, he was showing compassion for the soul of the human known as Twice Peaceman.
Okay.
Alright then, what should we do now? Rin asked her question in a brittle yet cheerful tone, trying to maintain her aloof attitude. Well, and before you say anything, don't waste your time worrying about me. The moment I lost Lancer, no, the second I entered the Holy Grail War, I was prepared to. I tried to express my concern, but she only silently points to the gate in the middle of the room. Her silence speaks volumes. As Twice said earlier, the moment that any amalgamous data is detected in the dimension, it will be deleted. She refrains from speaking, as she too is aware of the consequences to come. However, if I am to be deleted, there should still be a small window of opportunity, time enough to sneak in a modest wish. To extinguish the remaining fires of the war that Twice has set ablaze, to put an end to the senseless bloodshed of the Holy Grail War once and for all, the Holy Mooncell Automaton, the very mind of a god, I will seal it away so no one will be able to access it again. And also to return her, the true last survivor, safely to her mortal existence, a number of wishes raced through my mind, but I haven't the time to ask for them all. I could only ask for the most important of my desires, but any wish I make will be influenced by experiences I gain fighting in this war. I make my way to the Holy Grail, the object that is both bane and boon to the one fortunate to survive. Nice! Another stairway! Haven't you heard of escalators, Mooncell? My regret at not being the winner is never stronger than it is now, no matter how much I want to force the issue. Since I am not the victor, I cannot go near the Holy Grail. With one last sigh, she retreats into silence. I silently thank her for not making it already painful parting and worse than it is, and continue making my way to the gate. And then I reach out to touch the Holy Grail, the very source at the core of the Mooncell. Well, I mean, I really hate what I'm about to say. It sounds like I'm making excuses for myself, but things could have ended worse. I probably would have lost it twice, not due to lack of skill, but of heart. That's why I'm glad you're the one who made it to the end. I want you to know I truly mean that. Before me stands the Holy Grail, and I slowly extend my hand to place it at the core of the Mooncell. Not a really nice piece of imagery. This game has so much nice pieces of imagery. My gosh. The instant I make contact with it, I'm drawn inside the Holy Grail. To be more accurate, I'm absorbed into it like a water absorbed by a sponge. In the short time before I'm erased from existence, my consciousness is immersed in the moon cell. I can see everything that exists within it, every piece of information, every observation, every conclusion. The sheer volume of information ideas stored in the moon cell forms an intricate collage no human could decipher, though I sense a pattern. In fact, I can't say Twice's interpretation of human history as recorded by the moon cell was wrong. For war has always brought about change, but in this day and age, humanity has mistaken stagnation for peace. And throughout all, the moon cell continues to silently record what it sees without ever taking action. After endlessly analyzing the data it records, it flies away to its conclusions and assumes the role of warrior. Is there on Earth that the whole of human existence is contained? Whether triumphs or tragedies befall mankind in their world, the moon cell continues to silently absorb and record. It is that strip, that force of existence, that Twice failed to see and understand. But now it's not the time to become emotional. I have to tell the Holy Grail what my wish is. MC has fallen into the effective side. He now knows everything. Oh, Shen, don't bring that back up! Input complete. I was able to enter my wish without a single mistake, I think. Now all that's left is for me to wait for the end of my tenuous existence to come. However, the time of my death doesn't seem to be coming anytime soon. Being one of the moon cell, I share its unique view of time from where infinity can be contained in a single second. So even the briefest of moments seem somewhat more drawn out than normal. But even with that, it... Wait a moment. That can't be right. Perhaps that man Twice was mistaken. I could hear my servant mutter into my ear. They weren't there on person, but as a part of the Holy Grail War. My guess is my servant had somehow slipped unseen into the Holy Grail at the same time I entered. Don't act as if you just noticed me. It's your duty to be aware of my presence at all times, after all. However, something doesn't feel right. With the war order over, there's no reason for her to follow me here. There's your final duty as master, correct? It is not only natural that I am present at this time, especially since it seems as if there's a time when you are in need of my strength. Aww, well that's what she's doing. With the additional presence, the moon cell needs time to finish the elimination process. As is her way, she has come to aid her worthless master one final time. And they get to disappear together. Aww. However, a delay this long can't be the result of my servant's presence. There must be something else going on. Since I'm connected to a moon cell, it shouldn't be too difficult to find out what's going on. What seems like only a heartbeat, my whole consciousness arrives in one long data file. Oh, this is you. What does cryogenic storage mean? Ah, and then it turns out the MC was alive the whole time. The info in this data file concerns a patient with a fatal brain disease that affects memory retention. And the only doctor familiar with the surgical procedure used to treat the disease died in a terrorist attack. It was Twice. Twice was the doctor who was supposed to try to save you. Oh. Everything comes full circle here. Until another surgeon could replicate the procedure, the patient was put into cryogenic storage. If there's a living being that shares my exact identity, then I may be more than random bits of data. That must be the reason I'm still around. The moon cell needs more time to analyze this new information. I'm sure that guy didn't come here as a magus. I'm just a copy of a person trapped in an endless dream. Whatever the case, my fate is almost assured. I'm sure my time here is coming to a fast an end, but there still remains time to send out one final message. And it turns out, Extra Red was blonde the whole time. Deception. And we believed, and this is why people believe Extra Red was the basis of Rishkago. What is this data? You're actually alive. Oh, that's not quite right. This is just the data you've been modeled after. That person isn't you. But at the same time, it is you. This person has the same heart, spirit, and pattern of the soul. Oh, so it turns out you and I live in the same age after all. Fair enough. I dislike being a loser, and now that I know you exist on the outside, I'll track you down. And if you're still asleep when I do, I'll pound away out on you until you wake up. I'm pretty sure it only takes one of my infamously violent outbursts to bring you back to reality. And if I can manage it at all, I want our reunion to be on a roof, somewhere with a beautiful view. Until then, please wait for me. I will come find you. I promise. Ah! That promise was to the boy that sleeps and the boy who begins to fade. That once again she leaves this place, we will meet again. And it is because of that promise I can finally allow myself to be at peace. And it's... even though it's a downer ending, it's also kind of a nice one, so... yeah! Of course, before I end my Fate Extra thing, I might try to do another run, maybe? But there's a part of me that thinks like, eh? So our MC is a... yes, our MC is a weird situation where he's a copy. At one point... you're an NPC, yet not an NPC. Just that weird in-between. Which is why they look like a generic NPC, is because they're disconnected from their real body. Of course, eventually, they depending on which manga you read, they get a personality of their own, but for now... oh, that's not what I meant to press. Oh, here we are. No, I don't think that's it. Here we are. Ah, there we go. I remember the credits had one really nice song. Of course, next I'll fight Shiki and if I have time, I might just do a sneak preview of Triple C for everybody. Maybe like a boss battle, just for the lulz. I will be using all my resources against Shiki though. Don't judge, but it's like, if I have elixirs and there's a really hard boss, I can't see why not. What exactly am I saving these elixirs for? Why did they have this the whole time? This is a pretty nice view of the ocean. And that's Umu's sword. Where's Tamama's stuff? Based on original work, Fate Stay Night. Tight Moon. All rights reserved. And that was the saga of Umu and how I learned to love her very, very much. She is very, very fun. And F extra. You get a little bit of it during her interlude. Ooh, I'm not sure I understand, but do you mean that you have existence outside of this world? Then everything should work out fine. You're my master. You know what needs to be done, correct? And you have my permission to visit me occasionally. Actually, come anytime you wish. I'd be happy to see you again. It makes me happy to know our relationship won't be ending soon. Sounds like it would entail an incredible amount of effort, though. I sympathize with him for having such a burden. Though it's someone else's problem, it's my responsibility. The disillusion of my current self has begun. Outside the Holy Grail, Ren's voice begins to fade away. And what makes me is compressed into the smallest unit of illicit data, I think, on my slumbering self. When he wakes up, his memory will be a blank page, with no friend or family to help or guide him. Wonder how that strange new world will appear to him. Nothing about the past will have any meaning. What am I saying? It's okay if that's the only thing to be lost, then I'll be okay. Although I'll miss those I met along the way, the world will still be here. As long as the path before me remains, I'll continue to walk it. There are no grades for goals given for goals and wishes, no matter how small they may seem to others. As long as I keep moving, they will eventually come to fruition. I have this desire for the wish that to become reality. I will keep you going until the end. I have no worries. There will always be those who strive to change the world, those I care about. I'll be able to live with them and eventually move forward in the future with them. Can't believe how promising and hopeful the future sounds. I can't wait for it to arrive. And that's how they bookend it. And I really love the story of Fate Extra. My god. Of course, the exposition dump was not appreciated, and I pretty much blanked in the end with the whole twice pieceman stuff. Because, like, it went on and on. They needed to build that stuff up. Yeah, no, I'm not saving that. There's no need. And now, one moment. Look. You do not need to see any of these. One moment. Alright then. This is my previous playthrough's new game plus Umu. Look at her stats. Look at it. She a beast. Nah, this looks very symmetrical. I like it. I am very much prepared to die many times trying to beat this boss. It's gonna be awful. It's gonna be painful. And I do not think I'm ready. But I'm gonna do it anyways. Just give me 1 second to make a save. Unfortunately, I'm still trying. It uses my name, which is why I'm just trying to keep it on the low down. I mean, people see it, they see it, but doesn't mean I have to make it any easier. Now then, let us go and meet Shen's waifu. And get destroyed by her. Utterly destroyed by her. Like, my god. You expect favorable results. I wish I was as confident as you, Umu, but I am horrified at what I'm about to face. Because she's nutty. That's all I can really say. There's something deadly ahead. Something that's fatal even to be noticed by. Is it human? Could a human give off such a threatening aura? My instincts halt me, buzzing around my head like a swarm of frantic insects. Keep going anyway. I do not got this. If I get unlucky enough, she can make it so make insta death happen. Her shtick is she can somehow kill my attack abilities. Outside the path stands a woman in a long Japanese dress. Is that a servant? There shouldn't be any servants left besides Saber left now that we defeated Leo. Could she be the bizarre thing that Taiga supposedly called forth? Found you. Don't move. You're at 100th one. An enemy? Hmm? I'm not interested in what you have to say. I want your head. Just so you know, it's nothing personal. I just need to kill you. What? If you do not consider a master your enemy, couldn't it be that you only wish to kill me? Right. I have no business with your master. Cooperate with me. Cooperate, and I won't lay a hand on that boy. Sorry, but you have to die. If I kill 100 of your kind, I can return to my world. I don't like this place. Killing you, spirit, will free me from this nightmare. Urk, your sinister's eyes are as cold as death. But very well, I shall be your opponent. She's weak to DPs. She's not! She really isn't! Maybe, but... Good luck. You know how we're somehow on a rooftop? Monster. Ah! What that damage? She is truly a monster! I'm worried. Hold up. She might be using a skill, so it's worth it just to eat the break. Okay, what's she gonna do? Oh! I should probably use... A turn not using a skill is probably a really wasted turn. Let's see... Yeah, no, I should heal way earlier. Okay, let's say, for example, if she does her thing here... I really have a feeling it's gonna be... So let me just throw up a... Where's my... No, there's MP. I have no reason to heal that. Let's see... I got... gems to spare. Alright, let's see how this goes. Yep. Decrease vigor? Okay. Is she... Okay. Whew. It didn't seal. If it is against her correct attack type, she seals my move. And if she does all three seals, it's an insta-death move. It looks awesome, but... Oh! Oh no, this is too scary. Let's see. Alright, I have a feeling she's got it. Alright. Why do I feel like I'm about to get get hit? Oh well, but it will be worth it. Alright, let's see... Kronos. Just gotta whittle her down. Stuns for days, stuns for weeks. Keep on stunning Moo. Okay. It is freaking me out. Okay, what oh, please tell me it's not defense seal. Okay. So it was break seal that she was using. Crap. Yeah, this is worth it. Oh, crap! And then I should have just attacked. Alright. Oh ho ho! Alright then. I'm gonna have to plan this a little strategically because I should try to stun out that. This is kinda dumb, but yeah, let me try this. Oh! And with that stun, she won't be able to feel me at all. Let's go, Umu. Yeah, it's definitely worth it to do that. Okay. Actually. Yeah, my gambling. I'm just banking on her being predictable at this rate. Woo. Oh no. Oh. I think I lost it. I lost a life. Jeezums. Thrice setting sun. Umu's broken ability. Now let's throw it on again! Yeah, she can't take another hit. What am I doing? Alright. She's got a seal. At the time. I'm not sure if it's time yet. Alright, there's gonna be a gamble, and if I screw up, I lose my card. Hero Slayer. Okay, which card can that take? Okay. Alright, so I think that would have taken attack if I decided to try to smack her. So far, so good. They both did a twirl. Oh! Oh, this is not good. What? Did I get faked out? Oh, decrease vigor. Oh no. Is this the first seal? Nope. Thank goodness. Keep on expecting her to bump me. Oh no, I did not get the right heal. Alright, that should be more than enough HP for Umu to start. This is the ultimate brokenness of Umu. Tremble in fear. A fair fight? What's that? Umu go boom! Of course, I'm just waiting for her to bomb me back with a skill, but looks like she won't, so... And another! Let's go! She does not have the SP for all this, but I don't care. She tried to guard? Guard piercing! And that's how you cheat in this game. Because it gives you way too many. Ugh, you're pretty good. That was a smooth move right there. Shh, my consciousness is starting to fade again. Looks like my journey isn't over yet. That was a decent effort, Lady Killer, but thanks for setting me free. Be happy to do battle with someone as powerful as you again. She gets the monologue and then disappear? Was she truly deaf? Alright, well, let's see. There's another battle I could do, so hold on. Let me just find a save file for it. There's another battle that features in this game now. Since I'm not gonna do the archer route, I figured, hey, why not let this be the opportunity to do this? Here we go. Introducing Fate Stay Night Archer build. For some ungodly reason, I gave him his stat list and from Fate Stay Night. D strength, C defense and agility, A magic, E luck. This is gonna be horrible. Because, as everybody, they made it so Lancer, how do I put this delicately? It's a piece of crap. You will now confront the master. Only way to leave is to win. If you... Young master, it's best of luck and I hope you return. Remember, it's killed and be killed. Huh, I wonder if they're gonna leak my name here. On one hand, I mean, I guess. If it leaks, but I won't be the one to do it. If the gay outs me, it outs me. I'll leave it at that. I don't genuinely remember if they do mention any player names here. So this is this is if you choose the Ronnie route. So the enemy is naturally What are you glaring at? If you got any last words, say them. I sure don't have any. So you just had to chat with me. Really? There's nothing but in your mind but rainbows and sunshine, huh? In a few hours, one of us won't even exist. What's the point of talking? But if death is inevitable, then why does life matter in the first place? I don't have any better ideas how to pass the time until we get there. Alright, I'll play along. What do you want to talk about? The Holy Grail War? The end of the world? The Holy Grail War. The end of the world? Let's not talk about that stuff. Then what do you want to talk about? Love. Hey! What kind of subject is that? Now that's a juicy topic. I like how you think, enemy mine. It's not like it could kill you to talk about your time in the trenches, is it? Why don't you start telling them about all the parade of suitors you've had, Master? What trenches? You mean the virtual war I've been waging from that junk shop since forever? When exactly was I supposed to find the time to sit down and get all friendly with a boy? Yawn. In other words, you have no love life. Damn it. Walk straight into that. What a shame to see looks like yours go to waste. God, don't those comrades of yours have any balls? Those men are all veterans of long military service. They treat me with dignity and respect. Well, I suppose it would be nice if to have someone who didn't treat me like a princess. Oh, I feel so sorry for you. To be idolized by so many men is just completely unbearable. So, you don't hold these adoring men at arm's reach? They're all paragons of masculine restraint? What about this guy here? Seems like you let him penetrate your shield of defense. Is it your first time? The first time you let someone the same age as you into your inner circle? Shut up, Lancer. You're just saying things to get a reaction now. And what if I am? One of you will be dead after this. Fine. But I think if we met in the real world, you and I probably would have become friends. Hey, we're almost there. Ever since we've met, there's been a strange connection between us. In that light, fighting against you is a rough prospect. On the other hand, I'm glad we were paired. I prefer to watch you disappear with my own eyes, rather than you disappear in a battle I'll never see. If there's any deeper meaning in one of us killing the other, we'll realize it at the end. So that's why I intend to cut you down swiftly and without mercy. And if you think Umu's damage it was kinda nutty, wait till you see what Archie can do! The elevator slows. The preparation period was slow and sweet, and now it's over. We've reached our final destination. Let's go all out. The doors open and a dimly lit pathway appears. I take one step forward. The fight begins now.
Okay.
Pretty exotic having a master battle at the bottom of this tropical sea. Let's settle this, Lancer. Of course, Master O' Mine. If you're ready to fight, so am I. Let's wrap this up. People kill folks they know on the battlefield all the time in war. Let me know when you're ready to die. Isn't this ironic? At the core of the memories that formed me is my encounter with the same girl. No, she's not the same. They just look alike. And this isn't that story. This isn't that time or place. Let's do this, Master. I'll just focus on defeating the enemy in front of us. Servant? Archer. Alright, let's see how this goes. Alright, fortification. Alright, let's see. Alright. And yeah, I need to do a move every turn if I even want to have a chance. And I'm just hoping he doesn't do a red burrow wheel like straight up. See, I have a feeling that's gonna be a break. Let's do this. So you're gonna lose, right? End of game. Which one are you referring to? Oh, you want to see the Shiki dialogue after we lose? Oh, sure, I'll head back there and take a bopper. You're gonna let her win, right? Rin? Oh no! Trace on. projection. Oh, right. Fourth projection only. Oh, man. Oh, he's gonna... I think it would be his last move, no? Alright, I'm just gonna defend. And 7 rings of heaven! Ah, it was the 4th move. Well, I'm dead, actually. Let her win. Do I want to... Nah. What's free projection, right? Yep. I had Roar Eyes prepared, I just forgot where she... He always does in the 4th move. Stun. Yeah, it always stuns. Oh, strength down. Oh, luck down. There it is. Alright, time for him to do it again. Red Hound Fatigue. Grunting. Weaken. Oh, young lady, there was not luck involved, you see. For Archer, had a crappy luck stat. Like, my god. Are you saying it's time, Archer? Yeah, it's time. I'm sorry, Ren. I'm sorry. I am the bone of my sword. My luck has gone down, and he attacks first, but now it's time.
I am the bone, still my body. I have not have wisdom. Yeah, so man will so as I pray. Unlimited blade works.
Now watch the damage! You cannot defend against this, Lancer. This is everything I have. It appears you have decided to be serious. I'm sorry. This is what A rank in magic gets you! The end, he was always just Archer. Ah, he gave himself a res. Kala. Even if he's using Kaf, yeah, okay. I'm probably saying it wrong, but the designation of no retreat, it does not matter. He is about to get archered. starvation, huh? $187. All right. Alright. And this is what RDM wanted. Alright, now you earned your win. From the moment the command seal burns off from my hand, I feel my strength seeping away. No, it's like my very life force flaking out. Goodbye. That's all. She turns her back on me and walks away. She doesn't even glance back. I don't think she's being cold. There's just no words to say to someone you've killed. Though her back isn't to me, now, I know she hasn't forgotten about me. In fact, it's the opposite. She's willing to be weighted down with all the lives she's taken away. That slim, strong back is shouldering such a burden. I could think of nothing more appropriate to see right now. I lost because I was not willing to use that last elixir on her. Well. But unfortunately, for the sake of the stream, we must watch her die. And Archer has to be the one to do it. Such is right. For she is not that Ren, and this is not Fate Stay Night. Dreams! Dreams, you do know we're about to kill each other. Haha, answer the question, it's just a way to pass time, right? Yeah, answer the question, I'm intrigued to know. My goal is to defeat the Harways, huh? Should it be something more personal? I don't know what kind of answer will satisfy you. I've lived a life of bloodshed, not girly dreams. But, I guess after I win the Holy Grail War and defeat the Harways, I like to live in Japan. I'm not from the Middle East. I'm just there for work. I like to go home and finally relax. When humanity's thriving again, I like to be able to enjoy some peace and quiet on my own. Huh? You think this is Japan? No, I'm talking about the physical coordinates in the real world. My real body is in a secret military base in the old ruins in the desert, completely vulnerable to air raid. You didn't even realize we're not in Japan? Alright, those pesky memory problems of yours. Well, school represented here is Japanese, so I can see where you could get confused. I'm at the age that I'd have to go to school if I were in Japan. I hadn't considered that. Yeah, school sounds fun. Hey, we're almost there. Aw, we get to hear about her hopes and dreams. Right before we do it to her. With Archer. Let's do it. this time. This time I really won't spare any expense. I'm gonna get bopped at least once or twice. On. Alright, he's gonna bop me, but I'm gonna lower his strength. I'll throw up a crystal heal. Paralysis. Oh. Do I have any of the lunches? I do not believe so. Alright. Let's see. Remedy. Now, wait, I'm gonna take the hit, then I use Remedy. Alright, let me knock down his strength a little more. And do one more pre-projection. Let's see how many stats I can knock down. Whew. And another one. Fronting. Oh. Actually, no, I'm gonna elixir up, then I'm not gonna need that. I merely need... Ether Crystal should be fine. And it's time. And that be the first elixir. Let me show you. The fake helix swords.
The bone steals my body. I have undoubted blade. Your help with yeah. So man will so as I pray. Unlimited blade works.
I can tell you're gonna use a skill, but it won't matter. Big helix sword, wing of the crane, and the heel, smash, and another fake helix sword.
赤い袖は茨のごとくってな。我が腰はねじれ狂う。体ボルグ。やるな。我が腰はねじれ狂う。体ボルグ。やるな。やるな。我が腰はねじれ狂う。体ボルグ。やるな。こいつはやべえ。魔力を回してくれ、マスター。
言われなくても時間がないんだ。ここから巻き返すわ。
獅子の浅瀬、張らせてもらおう。
He used his skill. Oh no.
我が腰はねじれ狂う。体ボル
Oh god.
我が腰はねじれ狂う。体ボル真偽無欠にして満足。
One more hit.
我が腰は
And this will be the end. Oh wait, no, he
体
revives.
ボル
Fug.
抜かったぜ。この程度じゃ死なねえよ。ここが返すぞ。
Parasite refuses to say die, huh?
んじゃまあぶつかますかね。
オッケー。容赦なくやっちゃって。
What is the plan here? This is gonna be a freaking nutty plan.
書の土。トレースオン。トレースオン。砕け。
I don't think I'll live through all this.
Torres on. Torres on.
行くぜすかさはじきで
Haha!
てめえなめてくれるじゃねえか
落ち着いてないか。あんなのただのラッキーだったんだ。
Lucky you say. Farewell, Lancer. And bye, Ren.
我が腰はねじれ狂う体ボルグ我が腰はねじれ狂う体ボルグ我が腰はねじれ
And last arrow.
体ボルグ
抜かったぜ
You took 3 elixirs to kill. Respect. And this was heartbreaking. Ronnie was sad, but Rin's is... Oh, we lost. Suffice to say, her tone of voice is a little more casual than I expected from someone about to die. I'm sorry, Master. I botched at the last moment. No, you and Archer were even. I'm the one who let you down. It should be me apologizing. She speaks with no trace of regret. I suppose she's gracious enough to accept defeat if she gave it her all. I never thought I'd lose to you. Certainly not when I first met you. That reminds me, I've always told you to have a reason to fight. I'd like to hear your reason. I think I'm entitled to it, to hear it, now that I've lost to you. So, what are you now? Someone who knows what they want, or someone who's still looking? I know what I'm about. Good. Then me dying shouldn't rock you to the core or anything like that. Phew. Last thing I want is to affect your upcoming battles. Now then. I've been ready to die since I entered the Holy Grail War, but I was sure I'd be mortified when the time came. But now that it's finally happening, I have to say I'm rather calm. As long as someone defeats Leo, the Highway's plan to rule the Earth will be slightly delayed. Significantly delayed. And there were only a few masters whose power I had faith in, but for some reason, I know you can do it. Sure, you were pathetically weak at the beginning, but you've grown strong enough to take on Leo and win. Oh, maybe I lost because I knew I could rely on someone else to attain my objective. If you stop caring about winning for a second, you're done. I guess I screwed up. While she speaks, Rin is gradually disintegrating. Rin's servant fades out of existence without any final words. She's about to follow him without any fuss. Oh, I was wondering, do you like kids? I can't say I love them, but seeing a happy kid always brings a smile to my face. I'm sure you'll see lots of smiles after the Holy Grail, so enjoy them for me. And this is why you do not choose the Ronnie route. God! A smile more gentle than I've ever seen her give. A smile I'll never forget. She fades away. She fought to change the world, and now she's gone. As for me, I'm one step closer to the Holy Grail. When I obliterate the final enemy and reach the Holy Grail, what should I do? And it's Archer. It stands for BAACD.
最も弱き者が
Now, boys and girls, time to watch me get wrecked. And let's get some floof. Tao sits in an ominous silence, occasionally glancing in my direction as if wanting to say something. It's unusual for her to be so quiet. Normally she's always talking, whether the subject's important or not. Once the 6th round started, Castor seems to be sulking silently whenever I'm not looking at her. Her normally cute, perky appearance is now masked with a sullen, troubled expression. So it hasn't dawned on you yet? Considering I've been unfailingly loyal, and not to mention adorable, this whole subject annoys and angers me to no end. That's really great. Maybe we'd have some kind of really painful and humiliating accident right now. Then again, falling down a flight of stairs and breaking something would be inconvenient right now, so not that. Perhaps waking up as a potato bug would be more fitting, but way too gross, so that's out too. I know, nothing screams divine punishment quite like dysentery caused by eating moldy bread. That's exactly what I hope will happen to you. And there it is. Considering Tamamao's skills in Malfeasium, I'm not brave enough to assume she's just joking around. What is making her so sulky and violent? I have no idea what it could be. You still have no clue? After everything I said? Huh? Fine, great, whatever. I mean, it's obvious your mind is busy with other things, like thinking about that girl. I stare at Tamano in amazement as she continues to voice her resentment with incredible vehemence. Can't be that she's unhappy that I've been speaking with Ronnie recently, can it? I should do a Tamao run, but not now. Maybe in a while. Oh no, of course not. Tamao would never be angry at all about that. I mean, I'm used to such treatment after all. I mean, you're human after all, Master. Since time immemorial, humans have only played with humans. As for me... Fox ears are fox ears! My fate is to have my body used until I'm skinned for my beautiful fur. So just leave me alone. Don't worry, I won't get in your way. So please, go off and have fun with your fellow human. Tama quickly turns her head away and continues to voice her displeasure to the ground. She seems very agitated. It seems that Tama thinks Ronnie and I are lovers, for some reason. I don't have a choice but to act. Whether it's just Tama being suspicious or just a huge misunderstanding, I had to do something to set things straight. However, my response must not be cavalier or misleading. If I have Tama out, the resulting grudge might be powerful enough to cause system errors, or yet worse yet, cause Ronnie to stop helping me. She is one of the more famous spirits mentioned in Japanese mythology. I should do what I can to put her at ease. The only thing I dare say is... Tamamao is the only one for me. Ronnie is the only one for me. I think I should save now. This isn't good. I have a feeling that Tamamao's low affection towards me is sinking like a stone. I understand now. You're neither a carnivore, nor a herbivore. In fact, you're not an animal at all.
全てを食べな
You have to consume all before you, regardless of the consequences, even if they're Geiger-esque.
そうギガ系
Geiger-esque? What's that supposed to mean? She's not making any sense whatsoever.
ギガが嫌なら
If Geiger doesn't work for you, how about something more in the lines of
基
Verhoeven?
本虫っぽいけど中身はもっと
Basically,
おぞ
you're a
ましい
giant bug,
あれです
but your insides are a billion times more disgusting. Oh, I see. She's talking about aliens from sci-fi movies who's come to Earth in order to slaughter and feast on humanity. Wow, guess I said what I said was the worst possible thing you could say to a girl.
当然です
But of course, I strongly suggest you try from that save point you mentioned.
お勧めします
I have no idea what Tamama was talking about, but the warning in her voice is impossible to ignore. The only way this could be worse would be for Shinji to pop in and say, "Dude, we're totally friends." At that point, I'll kill myself on general principle. No, what? As for the run, as much as I would love to do an Umu run for this run, it does seem like Gilgamesh seems to be the hero of the story. Or maybe I'll just do Umu run in spite of him. I'm tempted, to be honest. Alright. One moment, let me just make sure all my files are on the up and up. Yes, they are. Alright. Which file should I try to load up? Just to give a preview. Remember which one was this? Was this my Umu run? My Gil run? My attempt at a... Oh, right. So this was my main file. So my current Archer run. This would be Umu. This would probably be Archer. That will be Tamamao, which I haven't even touched. And I believe that will be Gilgamesh. Right? I'm confuzzled. Alright, I'm just gonna start loading at random and see what I can get out of this. Look at this game! I have learned the art of jumping! But it is complete. Yes! Gilgamesh! It is raunchy! A raunchy game. Shh. Well, then again, I think I've shown worse, actually. Technically, Yakuza is way worse. Heck, this might be relatively mild in comparison. But look how pretty everything is in Triple C. My gosh. Now, if only I understood a word of it. Guess I might as well preview with a character I'm probably not going to end up using.
マスター、指示を頼む。多少は劣化しているようだが、キャスターであることは間違いない。言わなくないマスター。トレーソン。トレーソン。トレーソン。サーキットイグニッショントレーソンサーキットイグニッション準備は整ったついてもらえるなマスターさん
It's so clean and streamlined! Oh my god!
さすがだなマスター
Minai!
I am only my soul experience my body. I am the body against my body. Unknown to death and unknown to rot out. With pain, no pain, melee weapon, and as I pray. Unlimited blade once.
This is wholly unnecessary, but it's for the funsies. Well, wait a minute. Offensive skill? Wait, oh! Oh, no. Well, it's time to show you Archer's ultimate new move. Mina! $120, but it is almost assuredly a guaranteed kill. Image! Yes. Archer gets an Excalibur. Low. Oh, actually, now that we're kind of on a roll here, let's see, where in the world is... Let's see, this would be... It would be this one, no? Umu's outfit! Should I do an Umu run? Feels very much more like me rather than a Gil run. So yeah, if I do hit up Triple C, which is gonna be a while, need to do some research and such, I'm gonna do an Umu run. Screw it. Let's see. So if I'm doing the Umu run, which that means that. Was it this file? I think it was this file. Oh no. Shh, you don't see a thing. Understood? More Umu? Might as well show what the AUO himself can do. You think Umu was zany? You clearly have not met the king of heroes, Gilgamesh.
俺の流儀は知っているな。よし、完膚なきまでに蹂躙するぞ。
Will they leave me alone? I feel like they would. Nope.
指示は手早く。その程度のレベルで我らの邪魔をするな。叩き伏せよう。笑わせるな。飽きぬやつにさせるな。いいではないか。俺も持ってきたぞ。
Okay, this seems to be one of my heals.
持ちこたえろ。消えるがいい。こうでなってはな。飽きぬやつよ。売れてやる。次は手を抜くなよ、雑種。手出す感覚は良いが、退屈すぎるのも考えものよ。
Let's do a bonus boss for the lulz. Bonus boss, Archer and Rin.
8人目のマスターです。
There's an 8th master? And they made a different model for her. Kind of. Actually, no.
よくわからないけど。
身のほ
So yes, if you're using Archer, you can have an Archer versus Archer bonus fight. It's zany.
このまま仕留めるぞ、リン。
アーチャー、あいつ。
ああ、言われるまでもない。英雄王ギルガメッシュ。
Wow. They recognize him.
どうやらどこぞの時空で蹂躙した小物という。
Let's do some setup then.
雪辱を晴らすがいい。その贋作でできるのならばな。蹴散らす。注意はしておくか。
Defensive.
トレース。
For 3 turns, his defense is buffed to high
俺
heaven.
の胆力は無尽蔵でな。
Every turn, he gets his MP back. He is busted! Okay, at 1, he's not really gonna do much.
見えているぞ。力、山をうがす。その首、なぜついている？本気か。
なんだ。大したことない
He's got Trace on, so I'm gonna take a free shot and let me throw out some Akindu and Gate of Babylon. And see how this goes.
トレース。天の鎖よ。
Chains of Heaven!
ゲートオブバビロン。
本気か。
アーチャー、任せた。
力。
I don't think about it. Maybe I'll just leave Umu to myself. Now that I'm thinking about it.
こっち
You
の
know,
ですね。
might be fun just to do a kill run, because it feels like the most canon of the bunch. Especially since Extella, certainly. make some references to it. Taking one heck of a risk here. Whatever. And it is the King of Heroes. Defense down, huh? Paralysis. That's right. He can inflict paralysis and stun.
その首なぜついている脆いな秋のやつよい度胸だ雑魚にしてはやる寝てやる
こっちのペースねこのまま終わらせるわ
MP recovery, Shield of the Gods. Why not a Gate of Babylon for the lulz? Nah, let's save it. Actually, what am I saving for?
下がって俺の胆力は無尽蔵でな
This is how broken Gil is.
注意はしておくか
やめか貴様
そうでなくてはなゲートオブバビロン
や
秋のやつ言わせるな
Heck, if his HP is low enough, he can actually bust out a
倒れるのは早いぞ
But I have no intention of letting his HP go that low.
下がっていろ
トレース
任せた
布石を打たせてもらおう
Oh.
我ながら怠惰を極めすぎたか
Oh, he needed with one good combo, huh? Well, that's annoying. Well, so much for trying to...
あいつ
言われるまでもない英雄をギルガメシ
So much for trying to be respectful and nice. Alright, let me try to go nutty then.
蹂躙した小物と見える良いぞ雪辱を晴らすなよその贋作でできるのならばな下がっていろ見えているぞ触れるがいい神戸を垂れよ最低の時だ
トレース
怪人の加護魔力は尽きぬ大地の化身を崩せるか切れ味を上げる
Ah, he has his own attack up.
任せた
秋のやつよ
力山をうがる
なんだ大したことないみたいやっぱり
準備も覚悟も足りなくて
What should I do next? Chain him up, slice him down. Gotta say, Archer is bulky.
貴様は
雑魚にしてはやる
寝てやる
任せた
Was that all, Archer?
いいではないか。俺も乗ってきたぞ。トレース神戸を垂れよ。最低の時だ。王の財宝、その一端を見せてやる。
And there's the stun.
任せた。
Alright, gradually doing more damage. Well, now you pissed off the king at AUO.
こっちのペースでこのまま終わらせるわ。
Where's the elixir? There we are. Alright, let me show you what damage looks like. He is busted!
トレース神戸を垂れよ。最低の時だ。
あーちゃん任せた。
秋のやつよ。力山をうがす。神戸を垂れよ。最低の時だ。
Now that he's paralyzed, I can re-equip the armor.
ごめんあーちゃん、閉じったかも。
何ここからが腕の見せ所だ。先達のうまさを見せてやる。
And why not give him MP heal? Just for the lulls.
大地の化身を崩せるか。
あーちゃん任せた。
布石を打たせてもらおう。
And debuff. Too bad it didn't work.
ゲートオブバビロン。俺の胆力は無尽蔵でな。
やるわね。でも勝負はここからよ。
持ちこたえろよ。天の鎖よ。
And he's dangerously close.
トレース様は
あーちゃん任せた。
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh well, that's what the armor is for. Oh no! You backed me up in the corner. Whatever shall I do?
あーちゃんあれやって。アイアムザボーンオブマイソード。
急激にやる気がなくなったのだね。
It does not matter. Do it! Do your bone of your sword!
I am born of my soul, still as my body. I am the body against my of 1,000 known to death and unknown to rot out. With good pain, those pain, may weather cold, and as I pray, unlimited blade wars.
俺に慢心を捨てろときたか。つくづく高顔なマスターよな。貴様には地の断りでは生ぬる 天の断りを示してやる。さあ、死に物狂いで耐えるがいい。吹け。死して敗せよ、エヌマ・エリス。
Just, my god. I love the fake Go version, but this one's just so... Not only does it do a ludicrous amount of damage, it also has a death state and a background change. My god. Overkill much? Of course not. Luckily, Rin doesn't have to die in this version.
こんなところで
久方ぶりに気合貴様に。
And then Rin's like, screw this, I'm out of here.
じゃ
And that goes for the preview of Fate Triple C if I ever get around to it. Anyways, thanks for everybody for watching, thanks for showing up, Chad and RDM. Always glad to have you guys. Hopefully Fate Extra was a fun watch. And yeah, I'm calling it a stream. Anyways, yes. Thanks everybody for watching, and have a good one, everyone.